Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Torment, Tides of Numenera. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're to join me today here in Caravanserai as we talk to the people of this place. So this place looks to be quite a lot bigger than I initially thought, because you look at this and it's like, yeah, that's probably the end, isn't it? Nope, you can go up here. Oh, I didn't see that. That looks quite magical. It's not magical, it's technology. But the only place that we've visited, and we didn't actually fully visit it, was Tranquility over here. This lady, called Tranquility, actually had a lot of lines that I didn't go through. So we just slept. So let's have a chat with her. Hello. Is she gonna recognize me? Tranquility bows as you enter. Welcome back, friend. You have been missed. Oh, she does. She does recognize me. In fact, the feeling of calm you feel in her presence is so strong you wonder if it is entirely natural. And I don't think I got this last time I was here. Now, because, you know, we leveled up since then, and we got a little bit more lore natural since then. That's when you notice Tranquility's soothing scent. Don't smell her. That's rude. Unless it isn't. In which case, go ahead and smell her. It must be more than perfume, perhaps a pheromone of some sort. And her voice is soothing. It is low and rich, and she appears to be modulating it in some way. The technique is subtle, but the effect is profound, calming you and making you feel a little sleepy. Forgive me for asking, but are you human? You could take that as a pickup line or something. She laughs melodiously. No need for apologies. Given my height, it is a natural question. I am indeed human, a human mutant, and fortunate to live in Sagas Cliffs where that is not a crime. There are very few places in this world where someone like me would even be allowed to clean a hostel, let alone own one. So, tell me about this place. Tell me about Tranquility's Rest. She smiles. It is the most peaceful inn in Sagas Cliffs, with the most beautiful views. All rooms face outward, so that the bustle of the caravanserai is invisible and inaudible. All you see is sky and sea and the roofs of the city far below you, and all you hear is the breeze. I am the sole owner, and I have been offering solitude, security, and discretion to travelers for 20 years. You will never have as sound a night's sleep as you will when you stay here. That's good. I tested that for myself and it was good. I don't think it was necessarily better than sleeping by the guys down in the Circus Minor, but yeah, because I still got the same feather, but still. Your perfume seems to contain more, some kind of pheromones. Are you manipulating me? Oh, she's gonna take that the wrong way. She smiles faintly. If calming can be said to be manipulating, I suppose I am, but it is nothing more than that. I cannot control minds or influence thoughts. My scent seems to relax people. That and another trick I learned convinced me that opening a hostel might lead to success. What trick? You're using your tone of voice to call me. Is that something you learned? She raises her eyebrows. Very few people notice that. Well done. I am indeed manipulating my voice. When I opened this place, I wanted to make it the most relaxing hostel in the 9th world, and I worked to make every aspect of it soothing, even my voice. It turned out I had a talent for it. Could you use your calming abilities to put me into a trance? But why would I ask this? Let's ask this. She looks bemused. No one has ever asked me something like this before, and normally I would refuse for fear of some complication and perhaps retaliation for that. But I sense a certain affinity between us, a kindness we share. I don't think any harm will come of it. If you feel it will help you, I will do it. She reaches out to you. Now, take my hands and close your eyes. Why? Well, I'm not given a choice to just say, not now, please, but apparently it's just right now, please. As you take her hands, a scent like baking bread and honey overwhelms you, and she begins to sing in a soft but resonant contralto. The melody fills your head, making it heavy with the slumber, so that your chin drops to your chest. You feel like you're being lowered gently into a warm bath. The water closes over your head, but there is no fear of drowning. You have returned to the womb, where all is comforting darkness and the steady pulse of a beating heart. Of course. Did she actually kill me? Because if she didn't kill me, I really expect the game to give me something different. You're looking, says the Spectre, a lot more well-rested than you usually do. I am, actually. I know. So, as anything, he's not gonna say anything. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm ready to go. Good luck. Oh, boy. Yeah, we still need to go to a place that we haven't gone to before, but that's okay. I mean, I think we could take it. Maybe. Maybe.
Much better.
Are you better? Did we just sleep for free? I don't know. The guy was saying that we are better well rested or something. I thought I was still alive. Hopefully I didn't die. No, that didn't change anything. So, we can access our mind maze without dying. That's just... It's just we don't actually die, do we? We just go unconscious. That's what happens. When we go unconscious, we go to... Oh, okay. Okay, that's a cool shortcut right there. Much better than killing myself in the mirror. Well, I suppose. Yeah, farewell. Pleasant journeys. Yep. Okay, let's look at the rooms this time around. Devices near the head of this bed move to match the current time of day, shading the eyes of their occupants. Oh, that's such a cool... Oh, that's such a cool device. Look at that. I want that in my bed. No, actually, I like sleeping with lights on and stuff like that. I'm not afraid of the dark, by the way. It's just I wake up easier. Well, if in the summer I don't need the light on, I just open the window. So the sun wakes me up. But that is such a cool thing. Because it also I like this shade of color as well for the wood. Hey, airship captain, I have somebody over here that would like to talk to you. Oh there. Well, apparently you don't talk to us, so explorer, I suppose. You aren't from around here, are you? Yeah, neither am I. Ooh, there's something here to interact with. Beside the bed is a handsome and well-made night table with a single drawer. A large, open book sits on top of it. Okay, let's examine the book before we jump to just examining or opening the drawer. The pages of the book are made of thick vellum, and it appears to be an atlas of the region. The book is open to a map that depicts the city of Saga's Cliffs, the Valley of the Dead Heroes nearby. We need to go there as well, yeah. A range of mountains to the north, labeled as the Ossifagan Range, and a circular desert farther to the east, marked as the Lost Sea. And by the way, that could be the gloom down there. You guys remember that we can see the gloom from Caravanserai? Yep, I just now remembered. For some reason I was reading about the desert and I was wondering, is that the gloom? No, that's the gloom right there, I assume. A thin strip of fabric has been placed between the open pages. A second fabric strip marks another place in the book. Who's that guy? There's somebody moving over there. Let's try and judge the age of the book first before we mess around with it, because it can disintegrate as we touch it or something. Based on the condition of its pages, you can guess that the book is about 20 years old. The vellum was probably made from the skin of a herd animal, a young anine perhaps, or a galeen, or a gallon actually. Okay, so let's look for... Let's examine the page marked by the other... No, let's go with this one. Look for the names of nearby settlements. Besides Saga's Cliffs, you only see a few... excuse me. A few other cities and towns. In the center of the circular desert are a large blue dot labeled the Oasis of Mirajolios. We have heard of that. And a smaller dot immediately next to it, Jerboa. And I don't think I've heard of that, but maybe I have. On the far side of the desert is another city called Haref. On one end of the Valley of Dead Heroes is a dot labeled the Necropolis. It's unclear whether this is a settlement or just a site of interest. Yeah, we need to go there. Isn't that where we need to go for a quest or something? I need to look at it. So is there anything? Yeah, okay, so this is the same thing. Let's examine the page marked by the other fabric strip. You see another full page map, this time representing a region called Augurkala. It seems to be located somewhere to the northwest of Saga's Cliffs, and it's defined by a massive ring of mountains labeled as the Clock of Kala. The mountain range is so perfectly round that it was almost certainly engineered by artificial means in a distant past. Several cities and towns dot the landscape, but the largest and most prominent is named Sada Imidu. I'm never gonna remember these names. They're way too similar to other. It's the Sada and the Kala. That doesn't mean much to me. After a few, it's a skill. It's a skill to make up names that stick to your mind. And I'm afraid I don't have that skill, but I can notice. This is the reason. I can tell you why I can't remember these with ease. It's the I mean, the shape of them might remind me a little bit better, but they're exactly the same shape. It's terrible. No, you know what I mean? The shape of the letter, like the physical representation of the letters. So after a few moments, you turn back to the map. Okay. So let's examine the night table instead. The table is finely made and has a single drawer. The drawer appears to be locked, but you can hear something rattling around inside. The noise is faint, but constant, as if the object were alive. Okay, so let's try to pick up the lock, because smashing it probably isn't a very good idea. I am pretty sure somebody here is gonna be, I wish you could just, instead of having to click these things, I wish you could, just hover over your guys and they would take care of business. Let's go with that. And there it is. She's good at this. She's goodish. She needs a little bit more edge, though. After a bit of effort, you hear a satisfying click, and the drawer opens soundlessly. Inside, you find a small ornamental comb that looks like a jeweled insect. Oh, it really does. An antique hair clip. Let's read it later after we read this. In fact, it is a jeweled insect. A biomechanical marvel that is very much alive. The pincers seek to fasten themselves upon locks of hair. Then its wings allow it to hover around the wearer's head. Several strands of hair are still clutched to these in the comb's pincers. They are a vibrant purple. You feel like you've seen this style of biomechanical craftsmanship before. It is very, very old. Probably older than the Ninth World. You'd think, right? This small ornamental comb is actually a living jeweled insect. A biomechanical marvel. So it's living, but in the sense that it's still like a cyborg. Interesting. The pincers seek to fasten themselves upon locks of hair, and basically it doesn't really do. It's a quest item, though. Okay. Let's leave the table alone. And come back here later, I suppose. Can I ask Tranquility about this? Can I hey, I found a bug. I found a bug in your settlement. No, I can't really ask anything. Okay, pleasant journeys, she says. Yes, to you as well, even though you're not gonna leave. I just like saying to you as well, I suppose. Or just wishing the same thing that people wish on me, wishing them back. You know what I mean? I don't know. So yeah, we're supposed to see... That's the gloom right there. It's very far away. It doesn't even move. Oh boy, yeah. I'm kind of interested to know what that is. Looks like a coil. Okay, so that's... I guess I can understand why it's called the gloom, but this is very, very tall. And what is this bell, by the way, that we hear? We keep hearing like tink, tink. Is it a smith or something like that around? Let's see. This spherical pot is made of a silvery metal interlaced with a ribbon of energy. We couldn't find a captain who would take us all... This guy was saying something. Or girl, I suppose. We couldn't find a captain who would take us all the way to the endless battle. We'll have to walk part of the way. Oh. Are you that close to the endless battle? Hey, Alma, what's up, man? Can I ask you things? This robed man turns a golden bespeckled glaze and winning smile on you. He seems a charming enough sort, but it's clear he wants something from you and is perfectly willing to take it, politely and with absolute guile, of course. I think we'll prove a match for him. Let's see what happens. At last, he says, someone who looks like they can see further than their nose. This Sagasites are as observant as rocks. He clasps his hands together, pleading, please tell me you've seen a beautiful girl with purple hair. Her name is Persea. She is my beloved, but she suffers from a madness that causes her to fear everything. She can't stop running from imagined dangers, and I've been chasing her for, years now, trying to catch her and cure her before she hurts herself. Imagine me, a danger to her. Yeah, he thinks. Why? I brought her back. He's still thinking, but I don't really understand. Why?
Making a note.
I recently tracked her here to Sagas Cliffs, but none of these blind fools can remember seeing her, even though I believe she stayed here for a time. Let me give you a description so you'll know her. She is heartbreakingly beautiful and wears winged hair combs that float around her head, constantly changing the arrangement of her purple hair. Please, if you see her or hear word of her, return and tell me. My name is Alma, and I can be most generous. Okay, so you told me basically nothing in that second line. She's beautiful. Yeah, she's your beloved, so you probably would say that. Unless she was not beautiful at all, in which case he probably wouldn't bring her appearance to the attention of a stranger, maybe? I don't know. But can you give me more details of her appearance, as in measures or something? I don't know. As I said, she's hauntingly beautiful. Beautiful with purple hair that floats around her head on winged combs. Her speech may seem confused, so pay no mind to what she says. It is only her madness talking. Only she is once she is returned to me, I will be able to cure her. Okay, so this is giving me a little bit more. I brought her back. Okay, so this is either some sort of necromancy or something like that. It could be, but what sort of things will Persea say when she's raving?
Making a note.
He's not gonna tell me, is he? Almost anything, but one of her most persistent delusions is that I am her enemy. Nothing could be further from the truth. When she is in her right mind, she loves me as I love her, but when her madness is upon her... His voice grows soft. It is more painful than truth can say. I would never hurt her, he thinks. I must make her realize the truth. Simple, if I can find her. Okay, so I think, yeah, what I said that he wouldn't tell me, about what she says when she's raving, is predicated on the assumption that I had before, that he's trying to be dismissive of what she actually says, in this line. So if he continued with that dismissal over here, it's just, oh, nothing of importance, whatever she says, don't believe her, just bring her to me, that would be a clear telltale sign, or telltale sign, I think that's how it goes, that he's actually not telling the truth. That other thing over here is also that he's thinking to himself that he would never hurt her, but he's being honest, I think. Although I don't really understand what I brought her back means, but it's still, I think I can believe this guy. So how did you guys meet? We were at the same grave in the Valley of Dead Heroes, a mutual friend, and in sharing stories of our love for that friend, we found that we were kindred spirits and decided we did not want to part when we left the valley. Odd that the place of death could give birth to something so beautiful and undying. There's so much truth in that story, he thinks. Details are irrelevant where there is love. Okay, so you guys are probably, I assume that the graves here, you probably went there to kill the same guy or something like that. Okay, let's try and ignore that a little bit. What caused her to go mad, though? He frowns thoughtful. It is, I believe, some trauma associated with her birth or early life. We found that it could be overcome with love and care and certain medications, but even then, some lapses occur. It was during the last of these that Persea vanished. I have been on her trail ever since. And he thinks, I'm certain she will see clearly as soon as we are together. Okay, so I just want to make another comment back over here. Something so beautiful. The only thing that was born over there is your love. So this is undoubtedly just calling the love between them beautiful. And is it just me, or does that sound a little weird? Like, calling her beautiful, or I don't know. It's just, doesn't he sound a little bit like, I don't know, he's boasting or something? Anyway, just, I mean, even if, whatever, let's go. Let's continue. So how do you hope to cure Persea's madness? With love, mostly, but also with certain ancient techniques I have learned in my years of study for the cooling and untwisting of fevered and knotted minds. I'm positive that once I am able to isolate her from the corrupting distractions of the world, I will be able to restore her to her true self. Okay, well, sure. I will ask around a little bit, because I really want to ask her if she saw something about her, because, I mean, she was here, so she might know. And there it is. I found this hair comb in one of your rooms. Do you know who it belonged to? She shakes her head. I'm afraid not. We have many visitors here. It could have been any of them. How could Persea be so foolish as to leave that here, she thinks. Excuse me. Oh boy, my voice. Excuse me. But it's a shame that I can't really ask anything else. I'd like a room for the night. Let's see if I can get like an option here. Never mind. Farewell. Okay, so she doesn't mind that I don't get that. That I don't get the room. That's good. Let's talk to more people around here before I actually give him his stuff, because I think it might, well, it probably isn't gonna work. These cultists don't say anything, do they? It is an honor to speak with one of the children of the changing god. I'm not really his children. I'm kind of like his poop, more like, because it's the cast off. What do you cast off? Poop. I'm poop. I'm the poop of a god. Anyway, talking about beautiful things. I found this comb in Tranquility's hostel. It has purple hair caught in it. Is it Persea's?
I'll remember that.
Yes, that is one of her combs. Incredible. He takes it from you with great care. I knew that witch was lying to me. She told me that Persea had never stayed with her. Please, go to Tranquility and ask her where Persea went. Maybe she'll tell you the truth. Yeah, well, I kind of asked that already, but she really... Why does she know her name as well? This seems a little bit more complicated than it would seem at first. Welcome back, friend. You have been missed. Yeah, so I found that comb, you remember? And I showed it to Alma. He's sure it belonged to Persea. She's been here, hasn't she? She looks down, embarrassed. Yes. I lied to both you and Alma, and I'm sorry for it, but perhaps you'll understand when I tell you Persea's story.
Making a note.
Alma may believe her to be his one true love, but it is obsession, not love, and it has made a monster of him. She sighs. From what Persea told me, he found her corpse in a sepulcher in the... so my initial... Yeah. He found her corpse in a sepulcher in the, Valley of the Dead Heroes, perfectly preserved by ancient science, and fell in love with her beauty. His foolishness might have ended it there, except that Almadon had ancient science of his own, and he used it to wake her from death. Yeah, I was right at the beginning. Yeah. So that all makes sense. Aligen grunts and speaks in your ear. A fool with the power of a god. You wouldn't know anything about that sort of thing, would you, Castoff? He seemed to think this unasked for resurrection would make him a hero in her eyes, and that she would fall instantly in love with him, but she was unnerved by his fervor. She explained that she did not share his feelings. He wouldn't listen. He saw her disgust as a passing madness. Persea has fled from him ever since, but he is relentless. She looks up. Do you see now why I helped her? Why I lied to him and to you? Obsession is often mistaken for love, she thinks, and the beloved is simply a prize to be won. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it makes sense. It really does. So, yeah, love can't be won through obligation. It must be given freely. She breathes a sigh of relief. I'm glad to hear you say that. What do you intend to do now? That's an interesting one. Put Almadon into a trance? Okay, I want to try to bring Almadon and Persea together. Should I try that? Or should I try to... I want to convince Almadon to stop following Persea. I think I'm gonna be able to do that. A noble course of action, though not an easy one, I fear. I wish you good luck. Okay, so where is she going, actually? I'm sorry, the less people who know that, the better. Okay, I think she's going outside of the game, so, basically that's gonna be that. She's not a character in the game. Okay, let's have a chat with Almadon and convince him to leave. Tell him she's dead or something. I mean, that works. Let's see, this is not a good way to go. Let's go... I heard a different story of how you met Persea. I heard you fell in love with her corpse and somehow restored her to life? His face reddens with rage. Did Tranquility tell you this? Well, she lies. Persea was not dead. She was made inanimate by ancient technologies. I merely used other technologies to waken her from a long slumber. Well, yeah, words. Just words. Right. Yeah, words. Still, it's even if she was a prisoner and you saved her, it's still exactly the same thing. Your story about meeting Persea is nothing like the one you told me before. You said you were mourning at the same grave. Can you blame me for telling a tale? Small-minded people would focus too much on the resurrection and not on the love that was born of it. He laughs bitter. The people are happy to say love conquers all to each other all day long, but break what they naively call the laws of nature to achieve it, and they come after you with sticks. So, did you wake Persea from a sleep, or did you resurrect her? The distinction is more subtle than you might think. Some of the prior worlds made no distinction at all. He waves a hand. But that isn't important. What is important is that we love each other, and I must honestly get her back. Honestly? I have no idea, he says. He thinks, actually. Well... Tranquility told me that you're the reason Persea is on the run. She hates and fears you. Hates me? His shoulders sag. She's hardly given me a chance. I gave her life. She should be grateful. Instead, she runs like I'm some monster. Okay, so you guys... Okay, yeah, that kind of goes completely against what he told me before. Because he made it seem like they were together for a little while, and then, even discussed how they would keep her madness at bay and all that sort of stuff. But no, she probably just got up and ran. That's all. And that's probably what happened. Do you really want someone who doesn't want you? Well, that's not gonna work. In his case, he's probably just gonna say yes, please. But yeah, if she doesn't love you, then you should believe her. Do the right thing and let her go. Yeah, I think that one might be the best one out of these three. Let's go with that. He waves an angry hand. I am doing the right thing. I love her. How can love be wrong? Oh, that's a whole different question in and of itself, man. Am I really gonna be able to tell him that? Or is it... Let's see what we focus on. You don't know her like I do. Nobody does. Well, the per se of your dreams doesn't exist, Alma. You're chasing a real woman who hates you. There's no happy ending here. Okay, so we can persuade him, and I think... Ooh, man. I'm the best one at persuasion? Oh boy, yeah, he's definitely better than he is, that's for sure. So I'm trying to go for you. Yeah, okay, so I'm the best one at... oh, that's because I have the edge. There it is. 85%. Got lucky. We're awesome. For a long moment, Alma looks like he's about to punch you, but then he turns away. You're right. My Persea was the one who slept. The one who woke was a stranger to me, and I have tortured both her and myself by trying to force her reality to match my fantasy. I've been a fool, and worse, a villain. She will not see me again.
I'll remember that.
Yep. At least he came to his senses. One true love. That's the name of the quest, and it's complete. I wonder. I thought I was gonna be able to tell Tranquility about that. Yeah. Well, I can apparently. I convinced Alma to give up looking for Persea. Oh, that is wonderful news, she says, her eyes shining. You have done her a great kindness. Well, farewell, Tranquility. Pleasant journeys. And with that, it's time to end the episode. I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Torment, Tides of Numenera. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.